What up, YouTube? DPD19, and we have finally another PSA return. One of the last ones you guys will see for probably like 3 months, 2-3 months. But it's been a while making videos, and still want to make videos. I just don't have time. And when I do have time, I'm just like, I got other shit I gotta do. But yeah, so we're gonna try, but we'll see. So with this PSA return, we got some bangers, got some stuff I'm happy about, some stuff I'm like, I might crack this one card. And yeah, let's take a look. And this is a new card to the background. This is a self-portrait of me with a Hodag kind of hoodie onesie. And it was done by the amazing the High Horsey. If you guys aren't following him already, please go follow him on Instagram or Whatnot. His Whatnot shows are always fun, and you will catch me in there a lot of times joining in on the fuckery. So anytime I'm around, there's some bullshit happening. I'm always being dumb, but it's a blast. So we'll start off with, I separated this time differently just because I have limited time right now. So I want to make this video quick. We're going to start off with backstock stuff that I already have one up on eBay, or I have, yeah, pretty much just one already on eBay. So we got Dark Tower Building Begins. This card specifically, they just don't want to give 10s to. And this is one of them where it was like, it should get a 10, but the slight like rollover on the corner, it's like ever so slightly, like there. I was like, if it'll get a 9, that's why. And yeah, got a 9, but it is what it is. This grader was definitely more of like my grading standards, which I'm completely fine with, except on one card. So we'll show you all that at some point. Green Cloud Monster, PSA 9. And the centering they were more strict on with this one, which again, I'm all for. And I'm actually glad they did, because some of them already have a 10 in the eBay, and I can sell 9s for a lot cheaper if people get them more affordably. And some of them too, I knew they'd get 9s anyways, so I did that for that reason. Like if I ever, I'm cool with having like a raw copy, a 9 and a 10, so then you can kind of pick your poison of which one you want. So Gem Mint 10 for Cumberland. That is 1 per spellbook, so very, very hard to get. And I did hear about one brick not having one. Instead, I had 4 Chibi Bigfoots, I think it was. So definitely, if you go by that math, either there's 1 extra on a brick or there's just 34 total. So Stone Man, another Wild 7, a Wild 7, PSA 10. We got a 1 per spellbook Pink Mist of Goose Creek Lagoon, 1 per spellbook, PSA 10. We've got not 1, but 2 Dragon of Akanto Falls, PSA 10. This is Wilderness's version of Satanic Panic from Seance, where it's easier to grade, typically. As long as it's centered, the condition's usually pretty good. So PSA 10, still a really cool card in 10. Then we got 1, 2, 3, and we got 4 Apprentice Metazoologist medals. So that's really cool to have in backstock, and then 1 will be on eBay. So if anyone wants a PSA 10, get it up over there, or reach out directly to me, and then we can have a conversation about it. All right, and then these are the cards that are going to my PC / we're going to regrade 1. So first card, we got to keep 1 Apprentice Metazoologist medal in the PC, so that's going to stay there. This one, I was pissed. The rest of the submission I was fine with. I was pissed with this one. Native Stamps PSA 9. Yeah, it was pretty much perfect in my opinion. There's a little white speck of silvering. But I've had fucking lines of silvering and still get a 10. Which I don't agree it should have gotten a 10. But a speck that doesn't detract from the card, so it shouldn't impact it. It's a clean as fuck card. This is the only one where I was just like, yeah, we're going to have to crack it because that's bullshit. And if anyone wonders, like, oh, the centering on the back, the back doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't. The front is what matters. And it's still, let's see. Yeah, it's definitely 60-40. It is a little crooked. So I can kind of see where it got a 9 looking at it again in person. The crookedness is what gets it, because up top is perfect. Bottom, Is it worth trying to regrade? I might try it. I can see more now with the angledness. It's definitely like a little cockeyed. And if it's cockeyed, it's more likely to not get a 10 versus more shifted one way or the other. So I'm glad I'm seeing it on in person and on camera. And I can still tell here. So, and it's also one of those things where you can submit everything and there's always going to be at least a card or two that you forget why it would get a certain grade. This one was clean as fuck, but it is a little cockeyed, which I think I probably forgot. But I would have put it in front of one that was less centered if I thought that was an issue. And this was in the back of the sub, so I probably didn't even notice that it was cockeyed. I probably just looked at the top and like top to bottom, and I just I must have just not even looked at that. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the 9. If I keep in the PC, crack it, try it again. It's one of those two most likely. And then we got GG Bird, and you're like, why are you keeping that in the PC, Dave? It's a fucking GG Bird. Well, it's number 19 out of 50, so I feel like I have to keep it. So those are the 3 we are keeping the PC. A lot of the stuff I'm grading, I already have in my PC. So it's just grading the resale, getting other people's collections. I know one of my buddies that gets a lot of, has gotten a lot of PSA 10s from me. I end up selling it to him for, you know, the prices I do, so that way he doesn't have to, A, look for them, B, who outside of me is going to be a crackhead and grade MetaZoo? At least the old zoo. I still grade old zoo. There's still value, even though a lot of people think there isn't. There's value in grading new zoo as well. The alt arts getting PSA 10s, they sell really well and fastish. I think the last couple I threw up, they sold within 2 days each, within 24 to 48 hours. They're not the easiest to get in a 10, and most people aren't trying to sell them when they get them. And it's one of those things where I would put them up as a buy now if it was me, especially because it's also extremely hard to grade them. But like an alt art, they're around, a lot of them, like let's say base, are anywhere from like $8 to $20. In between that, Mothman and Sun Wukong are probably in the 30 to 40. But most of them are 8 to 20. But if one of the 8 to 20 ones gets 10, that's like an $80 to $100 card. There's still that multiplier of a PSA 10 premium, especially because of the print quality. Because base set wasn't the greatest print quality. Torrential Tides was better, but they were still white dots, which is an issue with grading. There's no longer the rollover issue, but it's definitely still an issue to have white dots on corners. Especially with a black background, it's easier to see, easier for a grader to notice. So we'll definitely see how some of those that I sent off grade. And I definitely recommend sending them off. But you have to be extremely, extremely picky. You cannot be like, oh, this will 10, oh, this will 10. You need to be picky. And this one getting 8, I think this person was very harsh on hollow scratches, because I do notice some on it, and I noticed it at the time. But with MetaZoo, a lot of times they don't take off for light hollow scratches. And then some of them, like even print lines, a lot of them don't take off at all. Some of them is like, oh, it's probably getting 9. I'm fine with a 9. But like this one, let me see if I get a camera. Right there. Print line there. Like I would grade it a 9 personally. And I got a 9. That one was a little harsh. But I'm not regrading either of those. It's not worth it to me. Got a situation where a grader was more in line with my personal standards, which I'm cool with. Even if it doesn't benefit me and get a bunch of 10s, but I prefer 10s that deserve 10s versus fucking a lot of cards that I end up getting. I'm like, oh, that's not a 10, that's not a 10, but I need it for my PC, so I guess I can't complain. PSA 9, Snipe, and the last PSA 9, and Awful. And then we're going to finish off with all the PSA 10s. The 9 to 10 stack, I think, was like around 50-50 this time around. which again, I'm fine with. Some of them I expected to get 9s. Others, a couple others, I was like, I was a little strict, but whatever. Got Big Bird, PSA 10, 1 per spell book, very hard to find. And get Fountain of Youth, PSA 10, very, very nice. This is one I was really worried I'd even get a 10, and I ended up with 3 10s of it. And Snipe, I only have 1 10, so, well, 2. Rose Robinson, another 1 per spell book, very, very nice. Ooh, Kuromi, 4 out of 103. Sanrio 6, got a 10. That was a nice one. Got another Apprentice Metazoologist medal and a PSA 10. Woolly Mammoth, PSA 10. This is a really hard one to grade. I think I've owned like 20 plus, and a lot of them I've bought raw years ago. And dude, there's always fucking, it's even, if it's good condition, it's off-centered as fuck. Or if it's centered, it's damaged, like on the corner. Is it top left or top right corner? Which one is it usually? I think it's top right corner is usually damaged. So, stupid hard card to grade, and to get another one graded a 10 is amazing. Then we got Wampus Cat, PSA 10, which is the last one in this graded submission. Very nice, 2 per spell book. Another hard one to grade, usually off-centered. This is not in the submission, but I did get it. Fanatics Collect sent an email to me. I was like, oh, come back. We'll give you $25 grading credit. And I was like, okay. So I just found the closest $25 card. This was $25 on the dot. Got it with the credit. I just had to pay to get it out. And this is one thing that's annoying as fuck. Okay, this slab is fucking annoying though. Yeah, I'll have to wipe that off after. This is something that's annoying with Fanatics Collect, is it always reverts you to put it in the vault. And bitch, I fucking put my info in, and I put that as my preferred address. But every time, once you get to the pay section, and I clicked pay too fast, and it changes it to, oh, ships to vault. Cool. Or stays in the vault. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Now I gotta wait. I gotta pay you a little extra to get it out the vault. And they do that shit on purpose. It's so goddamn annoying. So take your time. And don't click anything before friggin' getting there. It only cost me like an extra, what, 70 cents plus shipping. The shipping was going to be there regardless, but Jesus Christ. Annoyed the fuck out of me. So that's going to go on eBay. For $25 credit, I mean, I was like, I can't go wrong with it. It's a Pokemon PSA 10 EX. It's going to get at least $25 on eBay, so I think I should be fine. Especially when I looked up comps. I think it is like a $25 to $30 card. All right, now that's off. Oh my God, I fucking hate when it puts the sticker on the back. This is annoying as shit. Oh God, that's gonna be annoying. All right, while I'm peeling the sticker off, hopefully it comes off easily and it doesn't like leave residue, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna leave some sort of residue to an extent. Hopefully not, because it is newer. Oh, it's coming off easier. Yes, thank God. All right, perfect. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, if anyone is grading MetaZoo, just be very vigilant of corner issues. More importantly, surface. Surface is the biggest thing that nobody looks at in MetaZoo. And it's so annoying. And then they get upset when they don't get a 10. And they're like, oh, PSA is fucking me. No, you're just a little blind. That's all. And you're blaming someone else for your ineptness at seeing actual damage on a card before grading and committing $19 a card. If I'm spending $19 a card, it needs to be worth it. Either it's gonna 10 or it's expensive enough where getting a 9 is fine and it can add inventory to my store. So, yeah. And with new Zoo, just be very, very careful as well. There are definitely plays to be made with collecting and buying and selling for singles with grading new Zoo alt arts. I wouldn't recommend grading regular hauls and reverses because they are scratched to shit and you're just hoping the grade is blind. Like, in all honesty. Especially with like the edges. The edges aren't the best cut, and it's just the print, the way it's printed, but PSA could see that as a detractor, and you lose a grade and you get an 8 or a 9 on a full holo or a reverse, and you've pretty much just lost $19 and plus shipping whenever you do sell it. And yeah, you lose more than $19 at the end of the day usually. So be careful with it. Stick to alt arts, hidden rares. Make sure it's 10 worthy. Make sure you're 100% certain that even if the harshest grader grades it, you will probably get a 10. Just be as harsh as possible on it. Don't waste $19 for nothing. Don't be an idiot. Just be as unbiased and nitpicky as possible. Be nitpicky like I am with a lot of my cards. And you'll do just fine. But you're going to have to look at it in the light. You're going to have to double check centering, surface the biggest thing, corners. Just look at whitening on like edges and corners. Like, oh, okay, centered. Okay, PSA 10. Cool, sending it off. Like, no, you need to look at the surface in the light. You need to look at the front, the back, the corners, see if anything's like rolled over at all. You can do all that. Like if it's your hard-earned money and you're doing it to resell or even PC, just fucking take another minute to look at it. So just want to show off the card done by the High Horsey again. He killed it. Friggin' got the little goatee and beard combo going in my thick ass eyebrows and even my hazel eyes. So looks dope as hell. I appreciate you, Horsey. All right, y'all. I will catch y'all later. Peace.